Hi, Mindful Meditators. It's Brianna Beveridge with Your Beautiful Balance. And today I'm going to give you a two-parter. This is the first part in the how of meditation, and I'll do the first how and then the second how after. And what I use as the how of meditation is honoring of wisdom within. So HOWW. The honoring of wisdom within. And when you honor the wisdom within yourself, there's three pillars that you need. And the three pillars are: one, meditation. You need to have a meditative practice. Two, I'm going to reveal that to you today. And three, I'm going to reveal that in the part two. So the first pillar you need, of course, is a daily practice. And when you have a breathing system down, some of my other videos teach you how to do the best technique of breathing for meditation. When you start to have that meditative daily system down, and ideally it's 20 in the morning, 20 in the evening, or afternoon, when you start to have that down, you need some backbone to it. You need a spine that's erect, and you need some support, because that's what your spine does for your body, right? So you need two other pillars. So you have the meditation, and the two other pillars are what I'm going to talk about. In part one, I'm going to talk about, in a few minutes, I'm going to tell you what that is, and then part two, I'll tell you about in part two. So the first pillar, of course, is meditation. The second pillar that you need, and it's like a tripod, is something that you already know about, and you already know is great, but I don't think that you're probably using it to its best ability. And that is, it's something that I have done for years, many years. I have people that I do it with, and one person for 15 years, another for maybe two that are like 8 to 10 years, and the rest are just multiples of years. But it's a practice that I do, I would say, about 5 times a week. And it really helps boost up the joy. And when you boost up the joy, you're adding that to your meditation practice and the third part. And it gives you this wonderful boost of energy every time I do it, just like meditation does for me. So that second pillar that you need of the tripod is gratitude. Yeah, that's simple. We already know that, right? But how often do you practice it? Now, I will encourage you to begin or continue is writing a daily gratitude list. Like I said, I have a gratitude partner, several actually, and one of them, we've been together doing this for 15 years, and the rest are multiples of years. However, writing and sharing a gratitude list really helps build your energy, really helps boost your spirit, and reading other people's also helps you boost your spirit. I have one person on my list that I don't even know how she got on my list, and it doesn't matter. She lives in Australia, and it's awesome to read her list. It's awesome to read everybody's list to see how they're grateful, and it makes me more grateful for the things that I have in my life. And now I'm going to challenge you to do that this week. So you have your practice of meditation, and actually these three pillars can be done together. They're the strongest and makes the strongest foundation for your practice. But doing them individually also are amazing. So I want you to take the next 2 weeks, because that's when I'll have the part two out, and I want you to write a daily gratitude list. Now, the number of things that you write that you're grateful for is also really important. Like, I used to start off with 3, and that wasn't really a stretch for my spirit. And then my 15-year partner and I, we went to 20, which was a huge stretch. Now, today I settle on 10. That's what most of the people in the group do. And if you would like to do it with someone, pick somebody that you know and say, hey, would you like to share a gratitude list, and explain to them we get to daily talk about things that we're grateful. One of the people on my list, she snaps a picture of her list because she likes to write it out, and that's how she emails it to us. And a lot of people just type them out. I do a blind CC because everybody doesn't need to know who everybody is. And sometimes I get random lists and I just add them on, and there's many lists. At one time I think I was getting over 30 lists, which was a lot. But now it's about, I'd say I get about 10 a day, and that's between 7 and 10 a day. I do mine a minimum, I would say, about 5 days a week, and it is such a great practice because you get them randomly during the day, and it's just so wonderful to see how your friends are doing who maybe you're not in touch with all the time. And not everybody on my list sends me a list every day, but I definitely get them, and that motivates me to write them even after all this time. So use that second pillar. Remember, the first pillar is meditation. The second pillar is gratitude, and those two combined really build a practice that's not only inspiring, but keeps you able to honor of the wisdom within and know what that wisdom within. It helps you to be more discerning, and it starts to let that voice within you be clearer and be more readily available to you. So you have that gut feeling, you have that intuition. Well, doing these two practices, and along with the next one I'm going to give you in part 2, help build that solid foundation. So I want the best for you, and I want the best for your meditative practice. So let me know how your gratitude is going. Email me your gratitude list, and tell me how it's worked for you. I've only heard, like, sometimes people will laugh back and say, oh my God, that was so funny, or they will say, oh my gosh, I loved it that you said this because I'm going through this and I need to be grateful for the same thing. So I had one person one time who sent me, he did not want to do this at all, but he said he would participate, and he sent me and says, well, I don't have scurvy. And it was just hilarious. And I wrote him back and I was like, you don't have scurvy? How cool is that? We live in a country that you have enough nutrition where you don't have to suffer from vitamin C deficiency. So, and we both started laughing, and then it evolved into, a genuine list. But start it with your friends. Start something wonderful for yourself and start uplifting, and and you could be grateful that you did meditation. You could be grateful, hey, I didn't get 10, but I got in 5 minutes, 3 minutes today. You can start to be grateful, and you start to, with a grateful heart, you start to attract more gratitude, and you start to attract more beauty and love and intuition. And honoring that wisdom within is saying things that you're grateful for, honoring that gratitude. Okie doke. So take that challenge for the next 2 weeks, and in 2 weeks I will send you part 2 of the 3 pillars of how honoring of wisdom within. Have a great time, and I can't wait to hear. Leave a comment below, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my website, yourbeautifulbalance.com. Mindful practices for a beautifully balanced life. I'll see you next time. Bye.